I'm taking a break from making masks, and this is a Dick Blick art storage box that I'll put the link in the information section. A lot of things in life are changing, and I have switched to my Brother LX3014 to be making the masks. I do have I have a Singer 6212C that is also plastic with a metal. It's got metal frame, but covered with plastic. I could use that, but the Brother is a less expensive machine, so I'm doing that for the mask. But what's really bothering me is that I can't take my Model 20 with me to do embroidery of trees, or let's say I want to go sit out in the backyard where my garden is for an hour, and I just want to do the garden plan next to the garden. Well, a Model 20 is perfect because I can take it outside. Now the Blick box, this is just like the Art Bin box. Blick makes their own name brand, and it's about $3 cheaper. Can be locked. This is the machine, or the box anyway, I wanted to have with me if I became homeless, because I could lock the box, but of course somebody can walk off with the whole box. But this holds a Model 20 perfectly, and I do have a video up about storage for a Model 20. Now the one that I have in here is the only one out of my Model 20s that didn't come with its original box. I have a replacement clamp, fabric to put under the clamp so I don't scratch the machine. The few tools it comes with. I don't have a manual, but not for this one anyway. I do have the manual. This is also the Model 20 house I made out of fabric, which is what cushions it in this box. Now the beauty of this box is that the inner tray, when you have the machine in the middle, the two pieces of the machine that stick up go right into the middle of the metal tray, which keeps the machine from moving around. And then this is added protection in there. So this is my gift house box pattern. And this one, I'm going to add, when you buy shoes, you get a little square white envelope with a desiccant in it. And a desiccant is some kind of a salt that they use, or silica, and it absorbs moisture. And because this is a cast iron machine, but it would be the same for the aluminum machines, I want to keep one of those in here. But the cloth would kind of do the same thing, absorb any moisture, so that packing one of these machines in a plastic box does not build up moisture and create rust on your machine. So here it is. This is the one from the 1930s or so. And then I usually put a crochet square under it. This is an 8-inch square gift house box that I block printed whales on to hold the machine. And so there is a video about both of these things. So my problem right now is I don't mind using the Brother when I'm making a bunch of masks and I need to go fast and everything. But as far as the landscape design, what I want to do, I have some very simple software that I'm getting a new computer. I want to do a simple design on the computer, print it, and then keep it with me and take it out in the garden and see if it actually works in reality in my garden space instead of just on paper. And by using muslin pages and a Model 20, I can map it all out on fabric if it looks like it's going to work. And then eventually, depending on how I'm designing different designs, I would not really need the computer printout if I already know what I'm going to do or something. And I could just take the Model 20 and some muslin pages and a bunch of thread and go anywhere and map out a garden. And because this little pumpkin label came out so well with that particular machine, I mean, I'm really kind of a little upset that I'm now tied to an electric machine and a desk or a table. So it's something to think about. I know I can only put sewing machine oil on that Model 20. That will clean it by, I would coat the whole machine with sewing machine oil and then wipe it all down. But I would have to do that before and after each day's use. So before I put it in here, I sprayed the whole inside of this with Lysol. Then I let that dry, so I know the inside is disinfected. The house box I made, I had disinfected. So I know I can take this anywhere, but we don't know if coronavirus is in the air. A nurse just told me that, and one of the reasons I'm glad I got my boots was they're saying that you can track it in on your shoes, which I didn't know when I bought the boots. So I know it may sound like I'm becoming a germaphobe, but I am. And so in the morning when I take this machine out and head out to the garden, what I would be doing is wiping it down twice with sewing machine oil. I go out in the garden, I do my plans, blah, blah, blah. I come back in, I wipe it down again, I put it back in this box, which has been disinfected. So far, that's the best I can come up with keeping an antique machine, and in my case, a portable one, as clean as possible from any coronavirus exposure. If anybody has any other suggestions that don't include putting Lysol or alcohol, or I'm not going to start trying to buy specific cleaners for cast iron. I'm just not going to do that because even everyday supplies are hard to find. I don't want to get tied to one specific product. If there's some kind of a natural ingredient like beeswax or see, any of those, even the oil, is going to trap things in it. So wiping it down the second time is important. I think I have the best solution, but if somebody else has an idea, I'd love to hear it.